I first started doing origami when I was 6 years old, and my very first teacher was my mother. So at that time, we had just emigrated from Korea to America, and my mother couldn't afford to buy me a lot of toys. So the way of entertaining me was that she would get old phone books and rip out the paper, make squares, and teach me how to fold origami to keep me entertained. And I really enjoyed doing that. As I got older, I wanted to pursue making more different things because I had exhausted her repertoire already. And so I went to the library and I borrowed as many origami books as I could and just started folding and learning. I was in junior high school and I was in one of my math classes and I wanted to fold something. I had no paper. And I took out a dollar bill from my back pocket and I started to play with it, and I realized that this dollar bill paper is really, really good for folding. And I just kind of got hooked on that, and it was so intriguing. And I said, wow, and how come I don't see many people folding this? So I started playing with it, and then I started looking around to see if there was, and then there were a couple dollar bill folds that were available, and I started to learn those. And it wasn't very gratifying because they were very simple at the time. Things like bow ties and rings and nothing really, complex. And so, I want to see if I could do something that's really, out there. So through high school, and all I did was fold and experiment, and just make my own things. And then it was just a hobby of mine until around 2002. This person by the name of Joel Bauer, who happens to be a member of Origami USA in New York. I was living in Maui at the time. He came, saw me folding, and he said, "You're an origami artist?" And I'm like, "Yes, I fold origami, so, no big deal, right?" And he's like, "You have to come to New York." And I said, "I have to come to New York?" And he goes, "Why?" "Because you have amazing work, and you need to show the origami community what you're doing." And I said, "Okay, so I'll go to New York." So I went to New York, and I had a little exhibition table of my work. And then all of a sudden, all these people started coming up to me and saying, "Who are you, and where'd you come from?" And this, and I said, "I'm just, an origami artist, and this is all stuff that I did on my own, And from there, it picked up, and I had a lot of interest in my work. And I said, there's people out there who like my stuff, so maybe I'll try and do something about it. So there was another artist in Maui who was a painter, who introduced me to a site called DeviantArt, which is an artist community. And he said, you need to put your stuff on there because a lot of professionals like to go to DeviantArt to look for new artists. And I said, hey, that's a good idea. So I posted my work on DeviantArt. And about a month later, one of my works in the DeviantArt site got noticed and was put on a feature page in the DeviantArt community. It was one of the featured works, and always generated so much interest. And then from there, my work was picked up by professionals and companies finding me through DeviantArt. And so I actually got some of my very first commissions from there, which got me thinking, maybe I can pursue this professionally. But I was just toying around with it. But I was afraid to just jump into it. I really had no idea how I was supposed to do this. I had no clue on how much to charge or what. And then by that time I was living here in Oahu, and I was painting in Waikiki. And then I met my girlfriend Tiffany, and Tiffany was the one who really gave me the push and said, you really need to do this. You stop wasting your time with this painting. Get off your butt. Grow some, gonads and go out there and do it. And so that's what I did. I said, all right, let's do this. And so I did. And from then, I really just focused on trying to get my work out, trying to generate more income. And when I did that, I noticed that, people started to notice me and said, oh, okay, this guy's really trying to do this. And I got a lot of work coming in. And so now I got a steady flow of work coming in, just doing that. I do a wide range of work. I do individual commissions all the way up to, big full-scale and commercial work. This is a book that has my work that you can actually purchase to make some of my work. It's called Dollar Origami by One Park.